Check 1 2 3. 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 Okay. Whew. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and all those in between. Welcome back to Spartan923 Gaming. I am your host, Spartan923, aka Firehawk5150, aka Lucas, and we are back in Ark Survival Ascended, where me and Clay Dude are just doing a little bit of routine maintenance. Clay's catching up on some of his stuff. I am currently taking care of some dinos and planning my next move. And we were also talking to our lovely friend Freddie about helping her get started streaming and answering any questions that they had about said subject. So, as far as our schedule goes, we will be in Assassin's Creed Shadows on Saturday, continuing the story of Yosuke and Noe against the Shinbaku. Then next Tuesday, we should be wrapping up Ninja Gaiden Sigma. And then, not sure where we're going to be going after that. I'll probably be popping into an older game, maybe some Monster Hunter Wilds, maybe some Tank Simulator, maybe something. Who knows? And then, of course, next Thursday, we will probably be in either this or possibly me and Clay going into Portal 2 or a game of Uno. Who knows? Sorry, I got a bug bite, and it's really getting me. Move it, Mike. Hi. No. We are at 143 followers. That's 7 away from 150 follower goal. And we are, yeah, hang on. Doing the intro, Clay. Go ahead, drop us a follow, help us with the algorithm there, get our videos suggested, stuff like that. We greatly appreciate it. Also, if you could, feel free to subscribe. Get rid of those pesky ads. Help out the channel directly. Help us cover our maintenance and server fees and our baby food and diapers we need for little baby Bry, who will probably, if he's well behaved, come back down again. So, we will see. Other than that, I really have nothing else to say, so let's go ahead and get back into the game. Alrighty, time for sync check. Yay. 1 2
Sync
3.
check.
1 2 3. See here. All right, sync check is good. And we are back.
Yep, we're back.
Let's see, where did we leave off on our conversation? Was I in the middle of a story, or were we just talking shop? Because I think we were just talking shop.
I think we're talking about games we play and Zoomzilla.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Zoomzilla is a very combat-oriented, active gamer. This is my terminology. These aren't, like, terms everyone uses. This is my own way of describing how Zoomzilla plays. He loves combat, chaos, and just he wants to do something. He is not a story person, he is an action person. And I am more of a story person, where if you were to see my original like plans for GTA and Astroneer and stuff, I actually had like not necessarily scripts, but like scenarios figured out, like how like in a movie you would have like ideas placed out that you'd want to happen in the movie or something like that. And I wanted to do a lot of role play stuff. Like we would be our characters and stuff like that, which I know Clay wouldn't have any trouble doing. But when I brought it up to Zoomzel, he said, "Nope, can't do it." And I really tried to encourage him to give it a shot. He said, "I just don't do that." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So it's nothing. It wasn't him being difficult. It's honestly just it's not his thing. He's a very like literal person in the sense of he is very mechanically minded. He's a very like reality based person, meaning I wouldn't say he doesn't have an imagination. I don't think he has a imagination like mine, where I could sit here and come up with a world with people and characters and all that in my head, where he'd be like, I play a guy who has a gun and a car, and I go bang bang. That is the difference where my character would have a backstory and everything else. His is just, I have gun, I go shoot. That's it.
Kind of like when we were trying to do the ghost hunt thing in GTA.
Yeah, that was.
Years ago.
I tried so hard. It didn't work though. And then of course we kind of did a few of my ideas with Astroneer, where when we had to go get more funding because NASA found out that we were there and using stuff that we weren't paying for, and they brought us back to Earth and threw us out of an airplane.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun. But that was about as far as I could get us to go. And believe me, with Sea of Thieves, I wanted us all to do pirate voices and stuff like that, which I think you said you were okay with, but you said I think you told me it wouldn't be as enthusiastic as I thought it was going to be. And when I brought it up to Zoomzel, he said, "Absolutely not. I am not doing that." I'm like, "Oh, you can't talk like a pirate." He's like, "I will not talk like a pirate." I'm like, well, that sucks. So, yeah, that was kind of a bummer for me with Sea of Thieves, was I wasn't able to do that, because I think it would have been a blast role playing in Sea of Thieves. But the thing is that I'm sure some people are typing furiously right now saying, "Well, then just don't have him involved in the stream for that." And I'm like, but you gotta understand, this is my friend who's taking time out of his day to come and help us, and we're still gonna have fun. There's still gonna be funny moments at the cost of my idea kind of being changed slightly, which isn't terrible. And the guys know that if I was to like schedule on a different day, because we schedule our team up days to where most of the time we're all available. As I said, right now, Zoomzel's just unfortunately in a time where the shop he works at is high volume at the moment. But and also with us dealing with the person who called off for 6 weeks without telling us. We are kind of dealing with that aftermath too. So it's a lot on him, and I completely respect him needing time to get caught up on sleep and all that. It's completely understandable, and he'll be back. He assured me he hasn't quit. He's just has to take care of things that are important, which is completely understandable. I know that Clay's had to take a few sessions off. I think there was a time where he took a few weeks off because he had to deal with something that was really, really important. And it wasn't like a vacation or anything. It was actually something very, very serious. So we accommodate for everyone here. And but what I was getting at is if I was to, on Tuesday, have another team come in, or if I had any other friends, and we were to go into, like, Sea of Thieves or GTA and start doing a role play or something, that's what we would do, and that wouldn't mean that these guys couldn't, if they had the time, come and join in. But I would say, hey, here's what we're doing. If you don't want to do that, I probably wouldn't join. And them being adults themselves would be like, okay, yeah, sure, we could do that. Or be, okay, I'll just catch you on Thursday then. So we try to run it as professionally as possible here. And despite how we behave in games. So, and I think I usually don't compliment myself or give myself any type of credit, but I feel I'm doing a pretty good job at managing stuff when I can manage it. So, I don't really know. I mean, Clay hasn't quit on me. Zoomzel hasn't quit on me. So, I don't think anyone would have any hurt feelings. I mean, I always say, I'm like, if I was to be playing a game on Tuesday that had the opportunity of someone co-oping with me, and Clay was to be like, hey, I have that. Would you like to run a few levels on co-op? I would be like, absolutely, let's do it. And because, honestly, like I said, I perform a lot better when I have someone to bounce stuff off of.
I've actually done that a few times.
Yes, you have. During the early days when I was doing GTA streams, and I was by myself and just driving around, I'm like, I could really use someone to talk to. And then Clay would be like just getting off work or something and be like, hey, you want me to hop in? I'm like, please!
And that was when we were playing at random times.
Oh yeah, that was when I was playing at random times, and then the intervention happened. And you need to stop. That was like when I was playing 3 games on one night, and like I'd like start in one game, go to the next game, and then go to the next game, and then you're like, are you sure you should be doing that? I'm like, I'm fine. So, but nah, it was interesting. It was a learning curve, and I did my best. So, and I learned from it. So, but yeah, it's just a different type of creativity between Zoomzel's doing this for fun. I'm doing it as a way to earn a little bit of money and to just kind of use my creative side, which is fun. Usually when it comes to like planning something out, I'll sit down and I'll just type with Clay and be like, hey, I have this idea. How do you think we could execute it where it balances out to not looking staged, but like something we could attempt to do during the stream, and through the possibility of me dying 500 times from Zoomzel just sniping me across the map because he feels like doing it that day. Do you think we could pull this off? And usually he'll come back with notes or something, or be like, or sometimes it's just a straight up, yeah, we could do that. So, I love it when it's just, yeah, we could do that, because once we try to execute it, we realize how difficult it's going to be, and we end up working the entire 4 hours to accomplish a 5-minute thing, and we did all that work to do this, and then we fucked it up 3 times, and then we came back and tried to do it again, and then, hey, we landed a big 747 on top of the maze bank. And then Zoomzel decided to blow it up with a missile.
Yep.
So
we almost get it, and Zoomzel blows it up before we get it.
Yeah, and then I go into a rant and have one of my famous meltdowns. Hey, there's a raft over here.
The mine?
It's got. Oh yeah, it is. It's got storage boxes, a bed, and a sail. Hey! Hey! This just solves the problem.
What was the problem?
Remember? I'm landlocked. I'm not landlocked anymore. I can move them over here, build a big raft, and get them out of here. I just have to journey across this area, and it's not a heavy predator area.
Is it a metal boat?
No, it's a wooden boat. Remember, you've been trying to build a metal boat before you... but I think you weren't able to because you went on vacation. Oh, but there is a lot of crocodilies over here. Whew. All different types of crocodilies, too. Got the running ones, the medium ones, and the giant ones. I have to land. Oh, this is gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad.
Not bad.
I'm gonna get eaten by a crocodile. I killed the Carpasuchus.
What do with it?
I killed it, but I got piranhas after me. Ah, I see you.
I don't see you.
Not you. I'm exhausted, though. Oh, God. I don't know where Squeak is. He didn't die. Fucking piranha. Oh, he's alive. Okay. So now I need to heal. Record, I'm dying. Got a Dinosuchus there. It hasn't noticed me. I have a dodo here.
Dinosuchus.
Yeah. I'm overheating, so I need to get in the water, but there's also piranhas in the water. Baby Bray! Yay! Was he? Piranha!
Yeah, piranhas piss me off, don't they?
Yeah, they got me. Baby time. Hello. Come here. Hey, it's your Bobby Bobs. Bobsy, Bobsy. I'm tickling. Are we getting a little tired?
Yeah.
Are we getting a little tired? Yeah. Yeah.
Show him some cute little crabs that he has.
Are you a crab? Are you a crabby crab? Hmm?
He's on my crabby.
P4.
He's been a very good boy.
Yes, you have been. Yes. Are you gonna help Daddy fix? Are you gonna help Daddy fix the DMV stuff? Huh? You gonna help Daddy?
Stuff.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah. Rio's car needs registration, so yeah.
It's been a quite the job.
Oh, he's ticklish between his shoulder blades.
Yeah. Are you just a ticklish little guy?
You're being cute. Why you be cute? So cute.
I hate going to DMV so much.
Yeah, well, we're trying to do it online, but we have to fix something with the taxes, so... Yeah, it's being weird. So... Alright, Bubs. You go, get your milk bottle, and you go to sleep like a big boy, okay?
Okay, Daddy.
There you go. Yeah. So many giggles. Alright. Night-night. Night-night, Uncle Clay. Night-night, Auntie Freddie. Alright, now I gotta get my, sky boat and go get my body and bird out of the wilderness.
I guess I could make some more cementing paste.
I suppose so.
Cementing paste.
Let's see. Discord question. Why can't you build a giant transport on the airship? Oh, that's easy to explain. The airship is not seen as a vehicle. It's seen as an animal. And because of that, it has a weight restriction. So you can only put so much on top of it, and once you reach that weight limit, it will not move. So you have to watch what you build on top of one of these airships. It treats it like an animal, except it doesn't require you to feed it, and it doesn't allow you to upgrade its stats. So, unfortunately, as cool as this thing is, you are very limited to what you can put on it. And changing the server stuff to make it work, it's not seen as a platform. So you can't change anything as far as like platform stats or anything to make it work. But it is a neat thing. You can use it as a raft on water. Well, you can use it as a platform on water. You can use it as, I think one of our server settings allows us to put turrets on it, because I don't think you're technically allowed to put turrets on it base game. So
yeah, you're not supposed to.
yeah, but we do, and I added that in because I said fuck it. So damn piranha.
I grab shotgun shells. Oh yeah, I didn't get that video rendering. Fuck.
What?
The video wasn't rendering all this time.
Oh. Yeah, that was a thing on your vacation. I'm like, he's putting out videos on his vacation?
Getting videos ready for my other channel.
Yeah.
If you want to see some of the places I went to in the Philippines, go to my Trek Dude channel.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, a yellow one. But can I get to it before it disappears?
That is the question. You kind of have bad luck with that.
It would be far as hell, too.
Okay, so why aren't you firing? Are you out of bullets?
Oh shit, I'm out of water.
Oh shit, it's out of bullets. I didn't
Can you
use
order
over
some more?
100 bullets.
Well, apparently you did.
That's bullshit.
If you need more, there's a bunch at the starter base.
Oh, you mean back on Starter Island with Tiny?
Yeah.
Might be something to consider.
Unless someone took them all while I was away. There should be
No,
a
no,
full
no,
storage.
no. I've been making my own bullets, but since I kind of want to just go get bullets, I will go get bullets. I wonder why the thing wasn't targeting. I will tell you, believe me, if we could build on these airships, Clay would have made like a giant flying saucer.
Supposedly there's a way you can go into the service settings and edit that, but I don't know how to do it.
I think we're talking more coding at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure someone down the road will tinker around with the mod and make it so that it can be seen as a platform instead of a... Because I think I went into platform settings and allowed it to add more structures to platforms. So...
Oh, I found a railroad track.
Yeah, you found a railroad track.
Ooh, it's a yellow-red.
Ooh.
Let's see, what did I get? Apprentice Electric Prod,
Prod.
Lazy Chowder,
Lazarus Chowder.
Journeyman Sabertooth Saddle,
Oh, Journeyman Sabertooth Saddle.
Apprentice Bronto Saddle.
Ooh.
Ooh, Apprentice Fur Leggings
Ooh. Fancy.
with armor of 81.
Well, I do know that the game had to have updated or something because my map got cleared again. So,
Yeah, mine clears every time there's an update.
yeah.
Pisses me off.
Yeah, it kind of bugs me too.
Yeah, I lost a lot of stuff because of that.
Another
I
disc.
lost an entire airship.
Ugh. Another Discord question. Are you guys going to look into the Lost Colony content? Maybe down the road if it drops in price. I'm not against it. There's some interesting stuff. I mean, whatever the new building system they have in that one looks interesting to me because it looks like it slaps down a blueprint and then you just go and find the materials and slowly build up the building that you're trying to build with that. Kind of like how the Forest did its building design. So, I wouldn't be against it, but we're still figuring out what we're going to do when we continue art. Because, like I said, we're going to probably over the next few weeks, maybe by maybe by August or September, we'll be wrapping this up. with either going and fighting a boss or fighting each other, and then we'll jump into something else. I know that a lot of people are saying Helldivers 2, which I honestly would love to do that. The thing is, I brought that up to Zoomzol today, and he's like, what's Helldivers 2? I'm like, oh, it's a bang bang shoot 'em up sci-fi game. He's like, well, as long as it's not like Starship Troopers. And I immediately go, oh. He's like, is it like Starship Troopers? I'm like, imagine what we thought Starship Troopers was gonna be. He's like, okay. Imagine Starship Troopers, but good. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah, really. It's Helldivers 2 is what we expected Starship Troopers to be. And unfortunately, it wasn't.
Yeah, a lot of people say Helldivers 2 is better.
It is, immensely. And the thing is, there was so much potential for Starship Troopers, because my only complaint is that it should have. They said it had like campaign missions, which it kind of did, but they had no sound. I mean, they had like gunfire and all that, but they had no music.
Yeah, that was horrible.
And it bothered me so much. I was like, there's so much that could have been done to make this better. And I mean, I enjoyed what I got out of it, but there's a reason we haven't gone back to it. And it's because I feel there's nothing more I can do with it. And it, honestly, when the game becomes work to make it entertaining, there's no point in playing the game anymore. Because you're just gonna, when you go into it, your enthusiasm is shot. You're just gonna be like, oh, here we go. Now we're doing this. And we just gotta muscle through this now. And that's how it felt near the end of our run with Starship Troopers. I was kind of sad that that's how it ended up going, because I am a huge Starship Troopers fan. I love Starship Troopers. The movies, even the really bad movies. I'm looking at you, Marauder. But I enjoy watching. I love the lore. I love the book. I love the little series they had called Roughnecks. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Roughnecks. You were one of the weird ones. But I'm telling you, when that game came out, I was so excited to play it, and then it just, at first I was like, yeah, this is cool, but my fandom just kept me going. And then when I took a hard look at the game's performance, how it utilized all of its stuff, I was like, oh man, this is actually kind of a miss on the hit or miss. And that just happens. I mean, it just didn't hit its stride like it should have. And yeah.
Daeodon comidentis is the largest known species
I wasn't really a
of
fan of it
entelodon, an
being like a
omnivorous
tower
family
defense
of
kinda
ancient
game.
mammals
Yeah.
that is sometimes referred to as
The tower
towers.
defense was a little
Even though
interesting. I was
Daeodon
kind of
has
looking
as
more
many
for
similarities to
like
modern
just
hippopotamidae
now
as
the
it does to
mission-based
swine,
stuff
I found
where
that
it's
to
like
be a
go
small
find
thing.
this
Daeodon is as mean
and
as
then
it looks, and any
protect the
survivor
drop
who
zone
wanders too close will find
for
that
the
out
ship to
the
come and
hard way.
land, that kind of
As
stuff.
an
I was like,
omnivore
yeah,
with a
okay, that's
voracious
like big
appetite,
team battle
Daeodon
for Halo.
scavenges, forages,
And
and hunts to survive.
then but
It
the
has little
whole,
qualms
hey,
when
we
it
need
comes
you
its
to
diet,
build the
and that
entire
has helped it
base
thrive on the
and
island's
then
harsh
hope that
tundra.
your
Its
base
temper
holds
hasn't
together.
hurt either,
And I'm like,
as many would-be
that. Well,
predators
that's
would rather
neat,
seek out less
but
vicious prey.
it-
Many tribes have made
now we're
excellent
relying on a
use
bunch of
Daeodon packs
everymen
within their
who
war
may
parties.
get your
Not
idea
only
or
because
may
of its
just
fierce
build
nature,
themselves a box
but
and
due
hide
to
in the
its
box
extraordinary
while
ability to rapidly heal itself.
while you guys get
I
slaughtered,
theorize
and
that
then
this
they
healing factor is
end
why
up
it
breaking the
seems to
box
have
and running
such a
away
high
and getting all the
metabolism.
survivor
Though what is
points and all
particularly
that. So
extraordinary is its
Yeah.
capability to share this benefit
it
with
was,
nearby
yeah,
creatures. I've even heard
like
some
I said, I
survivors
don't like
mention that
bad-mouthing
Daedon
games.
also
I
has a
really
unique ability
don't.
to root out rare
It
mushrooms
has
as
to be a
well.
very, very, very bad game for me to really bash on a game. I really don't think there's ever been a game I've really bashed on. No, I think I've enjoyed it because I get people who try to pick fights with me with Halo. They're like, "Oh, so you're a Halo player, but you've got to hate Halo 5, right?" I'm like, "I don't really hate Halo 5." And they're like, "Oh, come on, it's the worst one." I'm like, "It's still a Halo game and I love Halo." And so
Halo 5 wasn't that bad.
it wasn't terrible. I mean, I see where people have their complaints, and I can agree that the story kind of went a little off the rails. The thing is that when I brought it up, because I got to meet Jen Taylor, who plays Cortana, and I said, "So how did you feel about Halo 5?" She's like, "I loved being able to be a villain." And I'm like, you know what? If the person who plays the character that everyone was mad about going bad, and she was excited about that concept, I think I have to be on the side of the actress over the fans being angry. Because if the actress had fun doing it and thought that it was a good potential line to follow, hell, go for it. So I really cannot just up and hate it. Now, back when I was like in my early 20s and my late teens, I used to badmouth Call of Duty because that was back then. It was Halo versus Call of Duty, and I was like, oh yeah, well, Halo's better. But I mean, I wouldn't do like kids nowadays would say, yeah, you should go slit your wrists and sell your Xbox. I'm like, God damn. We never played that way. That was just cruel.
Yeah, that's how kids do it today.
I hate that. I hate that that's what kids think is sportsmanlike conduct. It's just terrible.
It really is terrible.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you know that this metal boat should work for you now.
Yeah, I think it works. It just needs fuel.
Yeah. But, anyway, I'm not going to jump on that soapbox. I know I've been on that soapbox a lot when we talk about it, but I'm just saying, I really don't complain. I mean, there are games where someone will say something, and I'll go, yeah, it wasn't great. I mean, I got my playtime out of it, but it wasn't great. For example, Skull and Bones. I didn't hate it. Now, did I think it was top-notch, exactly what I expected? No. While I was playing it, I voiced my complaints as to why I thought it didn't hit the mark. And it said, if they had done this and this, because people were wanting what Black Flag did, and they wanted Black Flag minus Assassin's Creed, which, unfortunately, they just missed the mark because, to me, they didn't have anyone clearing the decks. Where in Black Flag, you would hop on the enemy ship, clear the deck of the ship, and take over that ship. That would have been... that and the feature of using the ships you capture to help go get supplies and stuff, that would have been more of controlling your pirate legacy, in my opinion. Instead of just, you're one ship and you make a name for yourself with this one ship. No, I mean, Bartholomew Roberts, we're talking history here, he had a fleet. He had a fleet of ships. And so he could be in one place and his other ships were taking care of business in another place. Which Black Flag had that. You could capture ships and then send them off to somewhere else to go raid a place or get supplies from someplace and earn experience and stuff or gain like blueprints and stuff. And and it gave you another tactical way of dealing with stuff. So that's what that was the one thing I kept saying about Black Flag or kept saying about Skull and Bones is that it missed the mark by just a little bit. Let's see. Oh, here's one that a lot of people get angry at, and I'm kind of sad now because they're shutting the servers down on it. Anthem. Anthem was a good game. I loved playing Anthem. Of course, I was like, it's just like an Iron Man simulator. I'm like, no, it was more than an Iron Man simulator. There were different types of suits you could use. You could play it solo or with people, so it was kind of a rival for Destiny. But the unfortunate thing is it got abandoned. The company, I think it like undersold not by a lot either. It undersold, and the company said, well, we didn't hit exactly what we wanted, so fuck this game. It was supposed to have DLC, story continuations, all this stuff, and it just got dropped. Like, not even 6 months after it came out, the company just made its decision, like, no, we're not doing anything for this. Like, it's number one, very cruel to, number one, the people who created the game, but also to us, the players, because we are investing our money into this, and then you're going to have these DLCs and stuff come out, or have us buy these passes, and then you decide, oh, we're giving up on the game, and then you're going to shut down the servers. So now you're taking all the money we've invested into the game, and you're just going to cut the legs out from under it. At that point, just leave this, leave the server up. Let us have our fun with our game. Just leave it. If you're gonna let it die, just leave it for us to play with. Just fuck off. But I mean, I get it. It was just like when the 360 servers shut down for Halo. I remember where I was that night. I was on, and I was doing a walkthrough on Zanzibar by myself, and me and my buddy counted down the hours, and then we got kicked from the map, and we just sat there and talked about old times that we played and stuff like that, and it was just a real fun reminiscing kind of thing. And we waited and just said, okay, it's almost midnight in where the server is, so, and we sat there, we stood on the beach and just waited, and then we heard the disconnect happen, and we're kicked from the game. And it's like, well, that's it. That's end of an era for us. And like, well, do you want to go? And then I, of course, jokingly said, do you want to get on Master Chief Collection and go back to Zanzibar? And he's like, nah, I'm good. I think I need to go be alone for a while. Like, okay. So, but no, I really don't think I've ever said, oh my gosh, this game sucks. I mean, I think I've only ever gone against games that either I really wasn't interested in or that I didn't see the point of. Like, I honestly really... Clay, you remember the Dance Dance Revolution hype, right?
Yeah, I used to play that a lot.
Yeah. I was the guy who's like, I don't get it. I don't see the point of it. But now, when my wife, who does play rhythm games and stuff like that, I see what it's a mental it's kind of a mental strategy game. It's a reaction time game, which I get that. Now in my older age, I understand it. But when I was younger, I was like, I don't get this. It's kind of dumb to me. But I wouldn't stand there and be like, this game sucks. This is stupid. I'd just be like, I just don't get it. And it all depends on what type of gamer you were. I mean, some people like strategy. Some people like just going and bullet hosing. And then some people like building stuff, as we know for the legacy of Minecraft. It's a lot of people like building stuff. For this game, Ark, the strategy of trying to out-survive animals, your own mental capacity, and other people. It's just everyone has their play style, and yeah. So, Clay, do you have a game that you could say that you just absolutely hate?
Absolutely hate.
Yeah, that if you hear it, you're like, nope, nope, don't even talk about that. No.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of Fortnite.
Yeah. Well, Fortnite falls.
I don't say I hate it though.
I don't. The thing is, let me say, because I know I have been very boisterous about Fortnite, and I have made statements about Fortnite, and I stand by my statements. Now, in a reaction and comedy type of manner, I'm sure I have said, nah, I hate Fortnite. Fortnite sucks. I hate Fortnite. I mostly do that just to get a reaction out of people. Now, I can respect Fortnite in the sense that it came along, it got a fan base, and the fan base loves it. Good for you, Fortnite. Now, I do not like the mentality that Fortnite brings to people. I do not like that. I do not like this whole only one person, only one team can be the winner, and that person is the best of the best of the best. I hate that mentality. I like the idea. I don't mind there being one winner in a game sometimes, but I don't want that to be the whole mindset that it sets in the players. I don't want it to be everyone striving to do just that. I want it to be fun. I don't. I mean, when I see like 10-year-olds strategizing how to be winner chicken dinner in, well, wait, that's PUBG, but taking over Tomato Town in Fortnite, and they're talking on the level of like soldiers trying to contemplate battle strategy. I'm like, you're a kid. Be a kid. Have fun. Just go in and hope for the best. Though, there again, I really have no place to talk, because when the VidMaster achievements came out for Halo, and we were doing the Endure achievement, I was on Bungie.net calculating my team's kill-death ratios. So I'm really kind of chewing my own words here. But, I mean, when I look at it, I don't, like I said, I don't hate Fortnite. I can't hate it because it became successful. Do I like that it I don't like the idea that Fortnite gives people this idea that Fortnite's so good that other games are using it to piggyback their game. Like, when I had one of my friends, like little brother, say, yeah, well, Fortnite's so good, Halo jumped on and we get to play with Halo now. And I'm like, no. That's because Microsoft owns Fortnite, and they own Halo, and said, oh, what could be some content that we could throw in here? It's like, I'm like, it's called advertising, kid. Halo Infinite was coming out, and they said, oh, what can we do? Well, everyone's playing Fortnite. how can we do it? Well, they aren't watching their phones, so they're playing Fortnite. How do we do it? Oh, let's put Master Chief in Fortnite. Oh, that's a way to advertise. So, I'm telling you, any, like, addition or additional character or anything like that is just a different way of merchandising. They're giving you content to merchandise you to go try the other stuff. Which in this case backfires because all you want to do is play Fortnite. So, but I think one thing growing as a gamer I can say is as I grew up, my brain wanted to do... I mean, number one, there was a time where Halo was the only game I ever wanted to play. I didn't want to touch anything else. There are a few other games I'd go and tinker around with, but if I wasn't playing that, it was Halo. Halo all the time. Halo every day. Maybe GTA San Andreas for a bit, but then I could beat San Andreas in like a day or two, and then back to Halo. And then, of course, there was the Mech Assault games. Those are fun, but then I'd be right back to Halo. But then as I grew up, I'm like, I love Halo, but I also want to see what else is out there. And then I'd have people, I mean, that's when I started playing like BioShock and what were some other ones I did? The Ace Combat games. I loved flight simulator games. Minecraft, of course. At first, I thought Minecraft was a joke, honestly. When I first saw it being... I mean, I saw it before it was, like, completely together. Like, before its base level, I saw it as, like, just gray blocks, green blocks, blue blocks, little square drips of lava, that kind of beginning of it, like alpha level Minecraft. And so I was like, I'm like, so you just go in and you dig? I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, and what else do you can build stuff? I'm like, okay. And then it took my wife saying, "Oh, you should really just try it." And I'm like, I just don't get it. And she's like, "You liked playing with Legos, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I love Legos." And it's like, "Well, try this." And I'm like, and then I went in, I built a little sandstone lighthouse, and I was hooked. I'm like, "This is great." I'm like, "I like this." And then, of course, they ended up doing stuff where they were, like, releasing Mass Effect packs and Halo packs and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty neat. And when they did, like, the Star Wars release where you could go to, like, different worlds in Star Wars and stuff like that, that was pretty neat, too.
Yeah.
And also, I love the Mass Effect series, too. The Mass Effect series, I will tell you, they're... I'm setting myself up for someone to call me a wuss or something like that, but I really don't give a fuck. I'm proud of who I am, and I'm proud of the feelings I can feel. Mass Effect was probably one of the first video games to make me cry. And for no other reason than the choice you had to make in the first game between Ashley and Caden, where one had to die. And I tell you, I got to that part, I made the choice, and I went back to the ship, and just this music hit, and it was this sad, slow music, and I left my room, and I was upset. I was, like, shaking, sad, upset. I punched a wall. I was like, why? Why couldn't I? I was that upset about it. It bothered me. Oh, well, no, wait. Nope, there was another game before that hit me harder. Republic Commando. Republic Commando hit me harder because I would try to run to save Sev, at the end, and every time I'd get right to the door where he was and the door would close, I'm like, I'm there, I can save him, I am there. And then it'd say like, nope, you're being pulled out. I'm like, no, I'm there, just let me through the door. But then Mass Effect was another big one that just hit me hard. And the thing is that that's probably when I really started buying Prima guides, because I wanted to see ways to try to save everyone. And I kind of had to read the guide and kind of sort of, when I'd reach a chapter, I'd read a little bit ahead, and I'd just see like, there's a choice here, and there's no way around someone dying. And I'm like, oh man, that's gonna suck. So then, but I wouldn't like say, it wouldn't tell me who would die, because I wouldn't read that far ahead. But I'd be like, okay, so I better get to know every character on this ship, so that I can figure out who am I willing to leave behind. Who will I be less sad about losing? And those you must choose one scenarios I hate so much. I love them for the writing. I love them for the story because it's so real. I just hate how they make me feel. Is because I'm like, I have to be the guy who has to decide life and death. That sucks. And I'm like, it sucks so much. Which, call me a bleeding heart if you want. I don't care. I am proud to cry if I'm sad about something. I'm gonna, and I'll say it right now. If I have any Dragon Ball Z fans out there, when Vegeta blew himself up, I cried. I ugly cried. It was the most beautiful scene ever. I even told Christopher Sabat. I told him when I met him, I'm like, you know, Vegeta sacrificing himself in the Majin Buu saga? He's like, yeah. I'm like, I cried, man. He's like, really? I'm like, yes. I ugly cried. I went outside. I screamed at the sky. I cried. He's like, and he looked at me. I'm like, he probably thinks I'm the weirdest person in the world. He's like, you know, as an actor, that makes me feel so happy that I could bring that level of emotion to someone. And it just means I'm doing my job right. And I'm like, I've felt so good that he said that. And I'm like, he could have just been saying it, but it seemed pretty sincere. So I just took it as, okay, he's a good actor, and let's do that. Yeah, well, let's see. But as far as like a game that I was disappointed in to the point of which I barely played it, I'm going to get in trouble for this one, Clay.
Are you?
I'm going to get in trouble for this one because
Let's hear it.
Titanfall.
Titanfall was a disappointment. I agree with that.
The first Titanfall, I tried to play it. It was forced multiplayer, no campaign unless you followed what story that the multiplayer took you through. And to the point of which I returned it 2 days after trying to enjoy it. And then I didn't even touch Titanfall 2.
Yeah, I never touched the
That
second
was
one.
how bad my experience with Titanfall was, is I didn't even bother to care about its sequel. And people like, oh, you should really play Titanfall 2. It's great. It's a much better. It's what Titanfall 1 was missing. And I'm like, I just don't think you understand why Titanfall failed me. And so I just never touched Titanfall. And I think the concept was cool. The idea of having this mech that you could like call and it can come fight alongside you, or you can fight in it, or it can come and save your ass, stuff like that. I thought that was awesome. But with how just disappointing one was to me, I just never gave it a chance. I think that's the closest thing to hating a game I ever got.
I feel like Titanfall should have been like a PvE, like co-op
Yeah,
thing instead of PvP fighting
Yeah.
each other.
yeah, because unless you, the thing is that how I noticed it is that there were routes I wanted to take, but you had to be like you had to be the best of the best to get the route you wanted, and or get the storyline you wanted. Because if you lost, you were following the same story over and over and over again. But when you have people who were beta testing it in the matches and they're winning all the time, and of course people could be like, "Well, you should just get good, scrub." And I'm like, believe me, I tried to get good, but they didn't. This was before level balancing, meaning that the game would take your level and try to match you to the same skill level. This was before that, and or it was like right before that, and Titanfall just didn't put it in their game. But it always felt so unbalanced as far as player skill and stuff like that. And yeah, I could have spent weekends grinding it, but when you get ground into the dirt so hard on like your first few attempts that's all you're experiencing, it really just kind of breaks your spirit to want to play it. And
Yeah.
you just go, why should I punish myself to hopefully one day be good enough to do that to other people? And then like me, you sit back and you look like, do I really want to be the person that's going to make someone else feel the way I felt for the however long it took me to get this good? It's just one of those conundrums that you're like,
Speaking of that,
yeah.
I'm expecting that to happen with Helldivers 2. There's forums of PlayStation players saying they're gonna
You'd be surprised how
basically gonna kill all the Xbox players.
you say that, and I will tell you, I have seen a lot of Helldivers people coming onto some of the Halo chats on Facebook that I'm in, and they're like, "Hey, you guys are more than welcome to be in our game. You guys are welcome to come and join us. Don't let anyone try to scare you off of playing Helldivers 2. You come in, you have fun, and you enjoy yourselves. No one should be felt like they shouldn't be allowed to play a game." So, and that's why I am all for it. So, to all you close-minded PS5 players, I'm not calling out PC on this because PC is more flexible with consoles and stuff like that. I am calling out PS5 players on this one. All you PS5 players that are so up your own butt about that, log off. Don't play. If you don't want to play with Xbox people, go play somewhere else. Because we're here, we're going to play, and we're going to have fun. Despite you. So, and I will say, you know what? If you come and kill me, and I'm streaming, you want to know what you just did for me? Content. All you're giving me is content. So, I'm not going to be bothered by that. Because I can make it funny. And I'm going to tell you, I'm less worried about PS5 players. I'm more worried about Zoomzel.
Zoomzel.
He's going to be out there, go up, down, left, right, stratagem. And then he's going to call in reinforcements, and guess who it's going to land on? Me. So I'm not worried about PS5 players coming and ruining my day. I'm worried about Zoomzel. So don't come threatening my time. I have a psycho coming after me. I think, in all honesty, I will kill myself more than you guys will. uh, so, but seriously, Helldivers fans that don't want Xbox touching it. Number one, I'm going to tell you right now, Xbox is going this way with releasing our exclusives for you guys. And I've seen a lot of you guys going, yeah, we finally get to touch the untouchable games from Xbox. And then you're also the same people going, no, don't let them touch our Helldiver game. I'm like, you're being a hypocrite. So,
Yep.
so either learn to play nice, don't play at all, or come find me and help me make content by killing me and me just freaking out at you and not really giving a damn that you killed me, but mostly just getting it for the laughs. So, yeah. Let's see. Another Discord question. Lucas, what about Kerbal Space Program? No! No. I don't hate Kerbal Space Program, but Kerbal Space Program makes me feel stupid. And here's my example as to why it makes me feel stupid. Clay, do you know what an apoapsis is?
Nope.
Neither do I. It's something you have to calculate in Kerbal Space Program. So, if anyone out there knows apoapsis and how to calculate for it, you'll enjoy Kerbal Space Program. If you don't even know what apoapsis is and don't even like adding up stuff on a calculator, you might be not wanting to play that. Go play Astroneer. Go play Astroneer, have fun. There's no apoapsis in Astroneer. Well, there is, but it's already calculated and taken care of, so don't worry about it. Oh, here's an interesting one. Oh, this person watched one of my older streams. Hey, watched you when you played Shipbreaker. That one seemed to really affect you in a way. Would you mind explaining? Okay, I can explain Shipbreaker. Hard Space Shipbreaker was a good game. It was a work simulator where you broke down spaceships for a company that pretty much owned you. How can I explain it? Oh, what's that game? I'm gonna forget what it's called because Meg had it. Clay, you probably played it. It was a game that came out when Doom came out. I think it was either when Doom or Doom Eternal came out, and there was all that joke of Doomslayer and one of the characters like having a vacation together. It's the game that when you start out, you pretty much owe the guy who... It's all like Animal Crossing. That's it.
Yeah.
And you pretty much start out in debt, and you like constantly owe the guy money throughout the entire game. That's Hard Space.
Yep.
That's Hard Space Shipbreaker. A company owns you pretty much, and you're indebted until you work off your debt, and the company doesn't want you to unionize, doesn't want you to think beyond just doing your job and reaching your quotas and stuff like that. It has a very good story. It covers a very dark form of employment that does exist in the world and unfortunately seems to be coming back to my side of the world because our federal government's trying to get away with regulations, and that's stupid. But it's based off of the idea of actual shipbreakers, I believe, over in India, where these guys will go and pretty much live on the construction site, and they could, any day, die. They could make one wrong step, fall through several floors of the ship and die on impact. They could have a beam break loose and crush them. They could have someone beneath them cutting through supports and the whole thing just collapses. The whole ship itself could roll over. There could be stuff still rigged in it, like gas or fuel or something, and the whole thing could explode. It's a very explored business outside, because here in, well, used to in the United States, I'm not sure if they still have their regulations or not. It's regulated, and there's safety protocols, everything. You have to be certified to do it and have to pass several safety regulations. The companies have to provide insurance and stuff like that, yada yada yada. Where other places in the world, they're just like, you go get me this much metal by the end of the day, and they don't care if you come back with all your fingers, toes, or even alive. So that one hit pretty hard when I played it. It was just how much was behind that story was really interesting to me. And if you play a game and you find out something about it, and it makes you go look up stuff about what the game is based off of, and like if it's satire or some type of representation of an actual thing going on in the world, and it makes you go and like research that, then that game did its job. And that's what I loved about Shipbreaker. And I loved playing that game. I wouldn't say I got super emotional at the end. I was happy. I thought it was a very good game for what it was. For an indie game, it was pretty awesome. And would I play it again? Yeah. I still sometimes pop on it and cut up a ship and go on my merry way. But yeah, I will say for one of my series of just one game, Hard Space Shipbreaker was one of my favorites. And I would recommend anyone to play it. So yeah, good question. I didn't really think anyone would ever bring that back up. Let's see, anything else from the Discord?
Doesn't look like it.
Not. Well, nothing from my Twitch, that's for sure. Twitch, you can talk too. Let's see. Oh, let's bring Clay in on that. Has there ever been a video game that made you emotional, or that kind of just hit you? That kind of just hit you a certain way, or that you felt kind of sad that it was over, or made you make a hard choice, or something?
No.
Wow. I thought we'd get more out of that. Okay, anyway. Oh, here we go. What is the most ridiculous video game you ever played? Oh boy, I actually have one for this. I have one for this, and I actually loved playing this game, but it was ridiculous, mostly for the dialogue. The Speed Racer game for the Nintendo Wii. That was a fun game. I enjoyed it, and the reason I say the dialogue was what was ridiculous, because there is one line of dialogue from one of the, I think it was the Snake Oiler, was his name? His dialogue was, "I will slip into your stream like a monkey into trousers." I'm like, that is ridiculous. And I loved playing that game. It was fun. It was weird. And it was also during the time when I just was a real speed freak. I loved going fast. I loved playing car racing games. And Speed Racer just let me cut loose. So, and also, I was a Speed Racer fan when I was a kid. So, being able to play a Speed Racer game was pretty awesome. What about you, Clay? Most ridiculous game?
Most ridiculous?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know.
Really? You can't think of one that made you go, "What the heck? This is fun, but what the heck?"
Man, Conker's Bad Fur Day is pretty ridiculous.
Well, that's kind of self-explanatory. Yeah. Oh, look, it's a cute little squirrel. Then mommy and daddy leave the room like it's war. Like, holy crap! I think some of my first war games was on. Let's see, Nintendo 64, Sarge's Heroes.
Ooh, I love that game.
Yeah, Sarge's Heroes. And for any of you who don't know what Sarge's Heroes is, it was part of the Army Man franchise, which there were like 3 games, I think.
There were quite a few of them, actually.
There were quite a few. But Sarge's Heroes was one of the most popular. I enjoyed it. It was. I didn't even know that they had to make like different characters. They made army girls. And I'll tell you right now, if I was like maybe 12, 13 years old, and I would always play as the girl. Why? Because it was a girl. And at the time, that was all I was thinking about. At that time. Later down the road, things change. Anyway, that was always just. I thought that was just the funniest game ever. Just, hey,
Yeah,
we're army men. I found it funny that all the other characters were a single solid color, but the girls were skin colored with the color of their army as their outfit. And I'm like,
Yeah.
like, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. How come they're normal and everyone else has to be solid color? Well, they don't expect you to play the girl. Like, I'll play the girl.
They need to bring that series back.
That would be neat to see a modern version of Sarge's Heroes. That'd be interesting. I wonder if would Sarge's Heroes be like on the classic Nintendo store on a Switch or something?
It's not.
Oh, that's a shame.
But with modern consoles, they can do so much with that game.
Oh yeah, it would be so neat. I mean, you could do it any other way. You could make it a shooter. You could make it a mass multiplayer. You could make it a strategy game. You could do so much with Sarge's Heroes.
They can make the characters look like the actual plastic soldiers.
Yeah, and you could also add other stuff. You could add boats and tanks and all that other stuff. I think that's what I wanted the most in Sarge. I'm like, could we operate the tanks or the helicopters, please? But you
And
never
Army
could.
Man Air Combat was the only one that can have helicopters.
Yeah, I never was able to get that one. But having stuff like that, like be inside a kitchen and in an Army Man airplane or helicopter, and just like having combat dogfights in a kitchen, that'd be so awesome.
Yeah, especially since that toy actually had vehicles.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's not.
I used to have a big airplane.
Let's not get
Put 'em all in.
let's not get confused here, because there was Army Men and GI Joe, and a lot of people like to get those mixed up. But yeah, I remember the Army Men C-130, which was a big cargo plane that you could just stick all the little green army guys in
I
there.
still have that. I
It
have
looks
2 of
like
those
it
somewhere.
looked like the Titan.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looked like the Titan from GTA.
like the
And
back door open. On it and
Yep,
everything.
back door open, and you can put the parachuter guys in there, and then tilt it back, and they go right out the back. Yeah. Oh man. Dang! Thanks for bringing that up, Clay. I remember that. Oh man. Man, nostalgia. For the record, I'm 37 years old. Fuck off. I can have nostalgia if I want. But we had some cool stuff. I mean, Here we go.
Anyone who's seen Toy Story should know which Army Men. we're talking
Exactly. If you've seen any of the Toy Story, well, I think Toy Story
about. I think they're in 1 through 3.
1 through 3, I believe you are right, because I think 3 they bailed out, because Andy was going to college and they jumped
they
out the
left
window
it.
to escape.
Yeah.
So they knew it was coming. If any toy would have the intel to know that things were going to go south, it was the Army guys. But those are the Army men that we're talking about. Is the plastic guys that usually have their feet stuck together, stuff like that.
Yeah, the green guys.
Yep. And actually, the funny thing is one of my favorite comedians actually did like a bit based off of the Army guys. It was Bill Engvall, and I mean, I'm not sure if this is going to get me copyright struck or not for doing his bit, but I probably won't do it accurately, so I don't think they can really get me for it. But he was talking about how he bought his son G.I. Joes, and he always said, he's like, but they get everywhere because they come in a bucket and you'll never find all of them. Because, number one, the kid will put them somewhere, or if you have a pet, like a cat, they'll end up hiding them somewhere. But he was talking about how you'll never find them until it's nighttime. And he also joked about how his son growing up didn't, until he was older, didn't call them G.I. Joes, he called them IG Joes. He's like, Dad, I want to play with my IG Joes. He's like, okay, go play with your IG. So he's like, but you don't find them until it's nighttime and you need to go somewhere. And then they're walking across the carpeted floor and you're like, ah, ka, ah, ka. You find all the Army men because you can't see them. And then you get to the bathroom and you see one soldier standing in the doorway staring up at you. Are you here to wipe the general's butt? And then he talked about, like, he'd hear his son going, Dad, the cat's got my IG Joe. He's like, well, get it from the cat. And then he hears the cat go, Wee! He's like, get it. Don't kick it from the cat. And he's like, then we figured out why. Well, then we figured out what the cat was doing with all those G.I. Joes. We moved the oven for spring cleaning. It was a G.I. Joe prisoner camp. The cat would take him and shove him under the oven. It's like, he's like, get in there. No talking. Oh, man. I mean, I'm no comedian and my delivery is way off for that. But look up Bill Engvall, IG Joe, and you'll laugh your butt off. It's hilarious. But yeah, those are... Those are, when people say, oh, I was melting Army men when I was a kid with a magnifying glass. That's what we're talking about. Those Army men. And they came in small and big. So there were ones that you could hold one in your hand like an actual action figure, and then there were tiny ones. And those tiny ones.
Tiny ones.
Yeah. I had the tiny ones. My grandparents had the big green ones. At their house, and I always called them Big G.I. Joe, because I thought everything with Army men was like G.I. Joe, but yeah, but let's see. I will say, there is one game I wish Xbox would bring back, because I think it deserves a second chance to possibly see if it can find its audience, but it would probably require a remaster, and I don't even know if the company that made it still exists or not, or if they could even assign someone to do it. It was one of the first launch titles for Xbox. It was called Azaric, and it was kind of like an Avatar: The Last Airbender kind of thing, where you go around and find these shields of power, and they granted your bladed bow staff different elemental abilities and gave you armor.
Elemental abilities.
So, and you needed to find them and defeat this evil guy named Balthazar. Yeah, remember back in the day when every bad guy was named Balthazar? But that was an interesting game. I wish I had finished it. I wish it had a manual because it was one of those games you could get lost in. I mean, there were no side quests or anything. You just could get lost and end up going around in circle and circle and circle again and not make any progress. But I'm kind of sad that it didn't do as good as they thought, because I think Xbox was kind of placing its bet on that one or Halo, and Halo just happened to be the better. And of course, I remember my 3 first Xbox games. It was Halo, Azeric, and Project Gotham Racing. And then I believe it was Ace Combat 2? No, I don't think... What's it? I want to say it was an Ace Combat game, but I don't think it was. I think it was something that looked like an Ace Combat game, but it was something else. No, it was not Crimson Sky's High Road to Revenge. That's a totally different game. Oh, hell. I don't know. But it was a air combat simulator, and I enjoyed playing it. Let's see. What else? Oh, I did while I was up in Minnesota. There was a place that was kind of like a community hangout, because up in Minnesota, when the winter comes along, there's really not much to do. So there's this one place that kind of set up that had food and hangout areas and a little bit of an arcade and a sports simulator area and stuff like that. And I was in there. They had a cabinet that had every retro cabinet game. But not everyone, but I believe who made Pac-Man.
That would have been Namco.
So it was almost every Namco game there was, because they had Pac-Man, Mrs. Pac-Man, Mr. Pac-Man 2, Galaga, Space Invaders, all them. Donkey Kong, all that. It had every one of those games. And I was just going to town on bit of trivia for you in the future, folks. If I ever ask this, one of my favorite arcade games ever is Galaga. I love Galaga. Now, just because I said I loved it doesn't mean I was good at it, but I enjoyed playing Galaga. And I did get a few high scores on a few cabinets. Now, as far as other cabinets, I believe Primal Fury was another one I loved playing. That was the one with the big monsters and the people praying for you while you fought. It's one of the few times you could see a T-Rex drop kick a giant monkey. And then another smash 'em up game. Oh man, what was the one that they made the terrible movie with The Rock? Rampage. Yeah, I loved Rampage. I took over the world so many times.
Rampage is fun.
Rampage was fun, and you used to be able to get it on the store on the Wii. You could play the original Rampage.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had it on there for a while until my Wii disappeared.
Yep. So, I think Rampage, you took over the United States, and then Rampage 2, you took over the world. see. Oh, another one from Discord. Will you be doing any model building streams? That is a I'm getting that a lot. I mean, I don't mind doing it, but I'm just gonna say, unless someone's watching and talking to me, it's gonna be a pretty quiet stream, and I'm not really what you would call like a master model builder. All you're gonna pretty much see me do is pretty much snip the thing out, do some panel lining, attach it together. I'm not gonna be doing any sanding or like heavy painting or anything like that. So you won't learn like any techniques or anything from me. I'd say that you'd be a little disappointed if that's the goal. So, I mean, you'd be able to see me build something. That's about it. Yeah, I've been hovering around the world. I have not seen a Titanosaurus anywhere.
Is that what you're looking for?
What?
You look for a titanium?
Titanosaurus, giant long neck, yeah. Also, I'm just kind of filling out my map, too. Might have to go back and get my winter gear.
Winter gear.
Yep. Question, Lucas. You say you're an anime fan. What was your first anime? Oh boy. I could lie and say what like the first anime I like watched all the way through was. But actually, the first anime I ever watched was... Let's see... technically, it would be Speed Racer. Because that is technically an anime. But if you really want to, like, something mainstream or something like that, it was Sailor Moon. I watched Sailor Moon. And shortly after that, I watched Dragon Ball Z. Why? Because Sailor Moon came on before Dragon Ball Z. I have no shame in it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nope. Honestly, they work those outfits. Good for them. So... Oh, no, now this question. Do you have a favorite Sailor Scout? Yes, I do, actually. I hope I get it right. In all honesty, I just love the style of it, and I just love the style of her and her attitude, and that she was a professional race car driver. I'm sure people now know which one it is, but I believe it was Sailor Uranus. Was that one? Had the short cropped haircut, yellow bow, navy blue skirt, and had the sword. And she was a race car driver for her profession. And besides the American translation, in the original anime, she and Neptune were together. They were not cousins. Screw you, early 1980s dubbing. Anyway, shortly after that, though, I caught a few episodes of Dragon Ball Z, stuff like that. I think I caught episodes of Dragon Ball Z when it was, like, the first translations of it, before it was, like, Sean Schimmel and Christopher Sabat and all that. Before the Funimation translations. Because for some reason, I remember Vegeta having almost like a Cockney accent, or kind of a British, like a slight British accent, or like an Australian accent to him. So I don't know. I think this is like Fox Kids in the morning or something.
Fox Kid was a shit.
Yeah. But apparently they ran anime for a while, so. but as far as like sat down and watched a whole series, it was also Tenchi Muyo. That was
Fox Kids had Digimon.
Yeah, they did, and I love Digimon. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna start a fight, Clay. I like Digimon more than Pokemon.
I mean, I think a lot of people would agree.
Yeah, I like Digimon more than Pokemon.
Except for people that never actually watched Digimon, they probably those would be the only ones that would argue.
And also, I liked Monster Rancher too. Monster Rancher was pretty cool.
I never watched that.
I did. It was on the Fox thing, but it was like early morning.
Fox. Yeah, I was still asleep by the time.
Yeah. But I'd come down and I'd be flipping through and I'd just see the hopping eyeball and the blue wolf thing, and I'd be like, fuck yes, we're watching this. So. But yeah, I mean, no, you know.
Story-wise, I agree, Digimon is better.
Yes. And also the transformations were just really cool too. I mean, come on.
When it comes to video games, though, I like Pokemon games more.
Well, yeah, of course. It just worked. I mean, people were telling me about like the Pokemon show during the game, but the thing is that I think it was a show in Japan before it was a show here. So people were like watching it Japanese, and because someone told me about the whole Psyduck episode where it ends with Psyduck in his Pokeball going Psy. But I was like, I remember it coming to. I remember it saying Pokemon coming to Fox, and I'm like, okay, I thought this existed already. I'm like, so I was like, okay, so how'd that person know? So it was weird.
And Pokemon was never on Fox, though, isn't it?
Or WB or something. Yeah, it was WB. I get the two mixed up.
Yeah, it was WB. WB was Channel 11 over here.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was still Channel 11 over here too. But yeah, WB was where that was, and it'd be like, the after school was we're gonna have Pinky and the Brain, Animaniacs, and Pokemon. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Pinky and the Brain was shit too.
Oh, Pinky and the Brain was awesome. The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world. I actually got to meet the guy who played Pinky, and we had a Noff off, pretty much, to see who could say Noff better, and he won, of course. I believe it's Ron Paulson, because he also played, like, let's see, Donatello from Ninja Turtles. He plays a lot of people, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, he was also Yakko. He was Yakko Warner. So he was, and he actually did the whole, like, he did a short run of, like, the countries and their capitals. So, while we were standing in line, it was pretty awesome. But yeah, he was awesome to meet, and
On a piano. I must have killed everything in these damn redwoods, because I cannot find anything.
well, what are you looking for, per se?
Anything that drops meat.
Anything that drops meat.
There's something getting ate over here.
Surprised you haven't been caught by a grab cat.
What the fuck's going on over here?
Yeah.
That's huge.
Well, it sounds like something with meat.
The fucking Argentavis ate my food. Scorpion.
Oh yeah,
Okay, I got
that
me
careful.
some food.
It stings you. You're going to sleep.
Okay, I got me some food. I don't know if I should get some more. Oh shit! That's
What?
a saber tooth.
Is it a saber tooth or is it a grab cat?
Saber tooth, two of them.
Oh.
Oh shit! I'm out of ammo.
I'll do it.
I lost the other saber tooth. Where the hell did it go? Did something eat it already?
They'll eat each other.
I need that meat.
I love meat.
I think I got enough. I better go back before I get killed. Should grab some fruit for the animals.
Oh, here's another one. How do you feel about people recommending shows for you to watch? I really don't have an issue with that, but hope the thing is that you really have to convince me, or at least have me watch like an episode with you or something, for me to really get like the motivation to watch it. Because if you say, "Oh, I think you'd really like this," my brain goes into like, "You think." But I will convince myself that no, I will not, and I just won't watch it. A good example of it is there was a show, Our Flag Means Death, that my sister suggested, and I was like, my brain immediately was like, oh, okay, I'll check it out, which usually means, no. And she said, well, here, watch a few episodes with us. And I'm like, okay, I'll do that. So I sat down, I watched it. I went home that night and watched the rest of the series.
Damn.
I thought it was that funny. I thought it was good. It was an interesting it was a satire on pirates and stuff like that. It was pretty funny. It had Taika Waititi in it, the guy who did I think he did Black Panther. All right, he was a director on one of the Marvel films, but I know his humor was great, and he did a very good job in this show. And my sister loves the show, so usually if someone like lets me watch like a few episodes with them or something like that, I can usually make an assessment if I'm going to continue watching it or not, or if I'll just give it a college try and at least try to watch the season of it or whatever. I remember I loved watching Arrow, and then Arrow just got so convoluted and crazy, and I just was like, this is becoming a lot for me. And I'm like, it got dull for me after a while, because they started putting the Flash and other DC characters in it, and I'm like, this is Arrow, not Adam, or not, oh, Flash is going to come and take over this episode. Okay, great. Like, ugh. But, I mean, it wasn't terrible. I'm just like, it just didn't, I'm like, it's becoming too, oh, this person's showing up this time, and oh, Supergirl's going to be in the next episode. I'm like, stop putting people in it and just let us watch Arrow. Let's see. But I will say, if you are sitting in the comments and you're like, oh, you should watch this show, it's great, I will probably politely say, okay, yeah, sure, and I will never watch it. So because I know that I've had like maybe 10 people suggest What We Do in the Shadows, and I still haven't watched it. So
not?
I don't know. It just, I know I've seen some bits from it, and know that like the main actor in it is pretty funny because he played a character in a animated series I watch, and I find him funny in that. But I, for some reason, just didn't get around to. I think my anime list usually takes over before I start like trying other shows. So I try to knock out my anime list before I even attempt anything else. So there's my anime shows and my sitcom shows list that I have, and only one of them gets progress.
I'll be back.
Uh-huh. Okay. No, I do watch stuff that friends recommend me, but most of my friends recommend anime. Um, Now, if like my family suggests a show or something for me, usually I'll try to watch it because I'm sure in a week or two later I'm gonna get a questionnaire as to what I thought about it. So I kind of forced it at that point, or I just say, nah, I'm not gonna. But I mean, I know I have some people say, well, maybe that's their attempt to try to bond with you and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, maybe it is, but also they should maybe try to, instead of making me watch something they definitely like and I may like, maybe watch something I will definitely like and go outside their comfort zone. But, it's whatever. Like I said, I do watch a lot of animes that people recommend for me, and I think one of the best one is I think it's called The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic, which I just finished today, which I thought was hilarious. uh, Surprisingly, it was there's two animes with healing that I find funny, which is Brilliant Healer's Life in the Shadows and The Wrong Way to That's the Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic. And I thought they were both great. So if I could ever remember who suggested them for me, it was a great suggestion. Thank you.
16 homing missiles.
Oh, gee, 16?
Yep.
Jesus.
And more.
Well, why? Maybe I should go over to the Zoomsels.
Why not?
I don't know. I should go over to Zoomsels and just see how his compound is doing.
You got time for that?
I have 9 minutes.
It's probably gonna take 9 minutes to get there.
Yeah.
Laser
Yeah.
side attachment. What?
Well, if you have the laser sight, you can't have a silencer.
Well, that's 53 rockets. Propellant grenades.
53!
Yes.
As in 5-3. No space.
Yes. 5.3. The funny thing is the weight of them is 5.3 too.
Ugh.
And that's just in this chest. Who knows how many's in the other chest?
Ugh. I will say, though, a lot of people recommend stuff for me to watch on YouTube, and sometimes I say yay, sometimes I say nay, nay. But I will say one of the funniest ones anyone's ever suggested to me that I love watching whenever something comes out because it's just hilarious. Dylan Hollis. For those of you who don't know, it's the guy who cooks old recipes to see if they're actually worth it. And it's also like really, 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 really gay. So it's funny to see how this enthusiastic, flamboyant fellow cooking these old recipes like circa 1800s or like the 1950s or 40s or 30s, and then trying some. It's like he's either like, oh, that's pretty good, or he's like, oh God, someone made a baby with that thing. It's horrible. It's like it's like terrible.
Who is it?
Dylan Hollis. He's big on TikTok, and some people have like put all of his videos together and put them on YouTube.
There's a channel on YouTube I watch called Tasting Histories like that.
Oh, Tasting History! I love Tasting History. That's more of a historical, informative one. Dylan Hollis, it's just for like the comedy. Nope, I'm not going to be able to make it over the Zoomzels because I am overheating, and I think I only got enough health to get me back to my base. And we're about 6 minutes from the end of the stream, so...
The fuck happened on my C4?
I have no idea.
There's 25 of it right there, but where's the other 600?
600?! Huh?
We're gonna have problems if this shit's gone.
Huh? 600? What the fuck?
Okay, there's some more. What's wrong with 600 C4?
That's a lot!
What do you mean it's a lot? That's
How'd you
barely
get
any.
it all?
Just make it.
I'm having issues with this. Yep. I might die.
What else am I supposed to do with all this hide and fiber?
It's more than just hide and fiber to build.
Let's see, it needs mini paste, electronics, gunpowder, polymer, and crystal.
Yeah, I figured it was more than just hide and fiber.
I need to get more crystals so I can make more.
Oh, I'm not gonna make it.
Alright, we are at... I just lost it. 19 homing missiles.
Oh my god. Oh, I think I just saved my own life. By a sliver.
Deliver. I need to make another vault.
Vaults. You're working with vaults now. Oh, goodness. All right.
Well, people will keep finding the C4. I gotta secure them even more.
Oh, jeez.
Metal. Storage.
Yeah, probably gonna die here. Oh, there we go. It's cooling down again. Back up. Stay there for a few minutes. There we go. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there. All right. So I'm gonna start doing my outro here, folks, as I possibly die. This video will be up tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Central U.S. time. The other video should be up or will be up later tonight. Sometimes it takes a little bit for it to upload, so just bear with us on that. As far as our schedule goes, we are looking at Assassin's Creed Shadows on Saturday, and then finishing up Ninja Gaiden Sigma next Tuesday, and possibly starting up either another game or jumping into one of our old standbys, just in case, to fill out the second half if we finish the whole thing before in the first half. So we'll see. Then Thursday we'll either be back at this, or maybe Clay and I, if Zoomzil can't join us, we'll do something else and try to entertain you that way. As far as our followers go, we are 7 away from 150 followers. So please tell your friends, have them come drop a follow. They don't even have to watch the stuff. All they have to do is drop a follow, and that helps us out, gets the algorithm noticing us and suggesting us. So we appreciate that. And if you really want to help out the channel directly, go ahead and subscribe. Get rid of those pesky ads for you and help us out. That money goes to helping pay for our servers, our maintenance, our baby food and diapers for little baby Bray. We greatly appreciate it. It's not a lot, but it does help. So please feel free to hit that subscribe button and give us a hand. Really don't have much else to say. If you're interested in seeing Claydude's content, please check him out at Claydude at YouTube. Claydude at YouTube. And what was for your vacation stuff? Clay? Well, anyway. So yeah, go check that out at his place. And if nothing else, if there's anywhere I would suggest going to, Mandalore Shadow is up playing, I believe, Jedi Survivor, Jedi. So feel free to check that out. I don't think I really have much else to say, so getting into this fog bank here, just past a giga. Let's see if we can get us back to where we need to go, and then we'll finish out the outro. But we appreciate you guys coming out here, spending time with us. Definitely appreciate all you on Discord who are giving us questions, and of course lovely Freddie, who graced us with her presence and asked a lot of questions, who asked us about starting streaming. Maybe we'll have her on a stream or two. We'll see. Definitely not against it, but we'll find out. Who knows? Some people are a bit more shy in getting this stuff up and going and just want to take their time into it. So yeah. So yeah, let's. I think we're close enough that I can do this this outro here. So we thank you guys for coming out. Remember to get out there, discover, explore, create, innovate, and we will see you here next time on Spark 93 Gaming. Love you guys. Take it easy. See ya. Oh boy, and slowly putting my way back to base. Oh boy. Good to be back on Team Up Night.